Welcome back. So this is going to be part two to Medusa Gotti, which is AKA Alexis, Chris's baby mama, my Jazzy Life's baby daddy. She did a part two, letting us know she wanted to continue and go further in more detail about her and Chris's relationship. So basically, she was saying that once they left from Texas, after I guess the funeral or whatever, Chris's mother passing away, he did have a job at Target, but he ended up losing his job probably due to not going to work or whatever the case may have been. She didn't really specify as to how he lost his job, but she said that he ended up losing his job. They ended up going back to California. She ended up moving in with her mom. She was pregnant at the moment, so therefore she didn't think about going back to work or whatever because it was pointless. She was, about to have the baby. So she said they stayed at her mom's house while she was pregnant, and then when she ended up having the baby, or whatever, she got healed and got herself together. She felt like she was taking care of two kids because basically the money that he was having, the money that he had was going towards basketball tournaments and things like that. It wasn't going to the child. It wasn't going to her. It wasn't going to the house. It was going to what he wanted to do, and that's where his funds was going to. So she felt like she had two children. She said she had grown attached from him because, it was just like you would think that once you start having children that your mindset would change. It's no longer about you, it's about the children that you have to take care of or that you have to provide for. That wasn't his mindset. That was hers but not his. So she said that basically she didn't have a father growing up. So she thought it was very important for her to have the relationship with Chris so that he could be a part of their daughter life due to her not having a father. She didn't want her daughter to relive the trauma that she went through without having her dad. So she just, stayed in a relationship longer than what she should have because she thought she was doing the right thing for her daughter. So she said things started getting a little weird because she noticed that he would always be on his tablet night and day and night, basically 24 hours, like he be working, like Jasmine be saying. And she was just like wanting to know, like, okay, what is it that has his attention off in this tablet to where he feels like he has to be on it all the time? It has his undivided attention. It has it has more of his attention than I do. So let me see what it is. She said, like, when he would go to sleep, she would go off in it. And she said when she went off in his tablet, she found something that totally grossed her out. She felt like it was ants and things she felt like it was ants crawling over her. She described it in a way to where it was just like it made me cringe, like it made me feel some type of way as to what she may have saw on that tablet. Some people went so far as to say, okay, well, we know for a fact it couldn't have been women that she found off on the tablet that made her feel that way. So it had to be either something in regards to men or something in regards to children, allegedly, or whatever the case may be. And I'm going to just say this, I feel a lot of ways when it comes to this bum because he ain't shit and I already know the behaviors that he displays is very questionable. Like it is very like scary and it makes me concerned, especially when he is around them. But I will say this, I'm going to say just to try to give her the benefit of the doubt, even though this really doesn't mean nothing, because you see how some women don't care about their children, Jasmine included, and a lot of these other women as well. If something was like that to transpire to where she may have found something, I would hope and pray to God that she would not allow her daughter to go somewhere with somebody if she felt like whatever she found off in that tablet was very disturbing, disgusting to the point to where she felt like she could no longer deal with him or want any parts of him anymore. So I'm going to just say that I don't think that what she found had anything in regards to any children. At least I would hope not. I hope and pray not that this girl wouldn't get on her and make a fool of herself and say that she actually sent her daughter with this man after him not being a part of her life for as long as he was. She allowed him to go off with her, allowed her to go off with him and spend some time with him knowing that she found something like that off in the tablet. So I'm going to push towards it being something in regards to some men. And that's what basically turned her off. She said it turned off to the point to where she had to go to a relative and show them what she had saw. And they basically told her that she needed to speak up and say something about it. So I'm going to say from her reaction, I don't think it had anything to do with any children or anything like that. I'm going to just say that for right now. I believe that it was geared towards more maybe trends or maybe something like that. that she may have found that turned her completely off. Like I'm not really what he wants. So, basically let me not waste my time or his any longer because he wants something different, is what I gathered from the situation. She said that she wouldn't say what was on the tablet. She said to ask him, and we already know asking him is like talking to a brick wall or watching paint dry. He's not going to respond to any of those allegations that were made towards him as far as that tablet goes. And if she's not going to mention as to what she saw, then I don't know why she mentioned it at all, because everybody is wondering as to what she had seen off in that tablet. And if it was disturbing to the point to where she felt like she couldn't deal with him no more, she didn't want no parts of him no more, it makes you wonder exactly what she saw. You know what I'm saying? It makes you wonder what she might have seen off in that tablet. For him to be on that tablet 24 hours a day and not giving her no attention, but giving his undivided attention to that tablet, yeah, he must have been looking at something that really had his interest, because there's no way. And she wouldn't even say what it was. So I'm going to just say that he might be a little bit, he likes rainbow colors. And if he do, it is what it is. He needs to come out and speak his truth. There's no point in being that way when you don't have to. Just speak your truth and stand in it and be in it. We already know from the looks of Jasmine as to what kind of women he prefer. He likes them with big shoulders, that can tackle him and tackle all his homeboys too. So I'm just saying, we get the drift as to probably what she saw off in that tablet. He probably was watching, maybe some men tackle each other, who knows, in a different type of form. Only God knows as to what she saw. And I'm going to just leave it at that, because I don't want to make assumptions as to what she may have seen. And she didn't specify. So I'm going to just say that he might be on a little D side, if you know what I'm talking about. And if he is, he just needs to come out and, like I said, stand in his truth and speak his truth and be who he wants to be. He got enough ass and titties for all of us women on this here app. I mean, I'm just being honest about it. All he got to do is strap on a bra and some panties, and he's good to go. A wig, one of Jasmine's wigs, he's good to go if that's what he wants to do. And if that's how he is allegedly, then that's what he needs to do, is stand within his truth and don't be around here making women think that he's one way and when he's not. So for her to say, oh, I found something that completely turned me off on his tablet and made me not want to have anything to do with him. And when I confronted him about the situation, he broke the tablet to where it was not, you couldn't even see it. You couldn't see what was on it because he was that angry. That just lets you know right then and there as to what she saw. That just lets you know. If he got angry to the point to where he smashed the tablet to where you couldn't even see what was on it anymore, that explains it right there. He was frustrated that she found out the real him, found out what he really and truly really likes the most. He likes the masculine side of things. I mean, any man that'll sit up there and argue with women like he does, that explains it all. He has a lot of smoke for women. He likes to call women bitches. He likes to call women hoes, dumb, all types of stuff like that. So that's just self-explanatory. He has a lot of feminine energy that he needs to release. So, I mean, we don't have to really go into details as to what she saw. Who do we really want to know? I really don't want to know as to what he was looking at, because I can already put in my mind as to what it really is. And we can already tell, like I said, he likes to argue women all the time. That's his thing. If he feels the need to hop online and say anything, he's going to go back and forth with women all day long and feel like he's justified within his actions because they're coming for him. But he would never have that energy for no man, because he's not a man himself. So when he smashed that tablet, yeah, that's right. That right there just explains everything. He was frustrated. She has found this off of my tablet. There's no telling what all she may have seen. And that's probably why he stayed away for so long, because he couldn't face her knowing that she saw exactly what he was looking at. So he probably didn't want no dealings with her. And it probably didn't want to have to deal with his child either, because he's like, man, she done found out my secret. So how do I go about dealing with her? So basically, he's just letting it be known that she's bitter and that she won't let him see the child. And that's the type of story that he's selling to Jasmine. And Jasmine is actually buying the story because she's stupid. So she feeling in her mind that, okay, the reason why he's not able to have a relationship with his daughter is because she feels some type of way about me and his relationship. Girl, bye. He don't feel no type of way about you and her relationship. She don't feel no type of way about you and his relationship, because she knows he's not shit. She's done already dealt with him before you. So she's done already already got the ins and out of Chris. You, on the other hand, are just picking up this random man off the street, not knowing what you're dealing with. Now that you done had this kid and call yourself trying to have another one, not knowing that he's probably going to go lay his head somewhere else, telling them that the reason why he got to come to your house is so he can see his son. So let's just be very clear here. And then she was saying, like, when, he hadn't seen the baby when he left and went back to Texas, because she said she told him that he needed to go, that it was over with, that she was done. So he basically went back to Texas. And she said that she hadn't heard anything from him, but then I guess she ended up going back to Texas, and somebody told him that they saw her and that she was wearing skimpy clothes, and he was questioning her as to why she was wearing certain things, and telling her that she just wanted to be seen, and she was just basically telling him, well, if you're not going to call me in regards to our daughter, then don't call me at all. Like, you don't control nothing over her. You can't tell me what to do, how to dress, or how to be. So therefore, if you're not calling about our daughter, don't contact me. Basically, is what she told him. So, she said that she didn't talk to him for a while. Then she said that, she was good at changing her numbers all the time. So it was probably times that he didn't have the number, and she didn't feel like she should have to give him the number because it was not like he was using it anyway. So basically, she said she reached out to the boy's mom, and I guess she got his number to contact him to see if he wanted to see his daughter. And I guess they had a conversation or whatever the case may have been. And she said that before that, she said that the little girl will always watch movies and ask where her father was at, was really, heartbreaking, because she was always wondering where her daddy was at. Like, how come I don't have a daddy? Where's my daddy at? And she said she had to explain that to her, why her father was absent and why he wasn't there, why he wasn't around. So when she finally got in contact with him or whatever, he was talking about how he didn't have a car and how he didn't have this, but he was going to make a way. And he basically was telling her that he had his own place and that he was going to spend time with his daughter. He never mentioned Jasmine not one time or said anything about her having kids, or she probably would have not let her go. Like, she hadn't even seen you or even had a chance to have a relationship with you, but then you want to bring all of these other extra people, in her presence. Like, that's not cool or whatever. She said if she would have known that he was going to take her over there to Jasmine's house, she probably would have reconsidered and told him no. Like, we need to figure out something else. But he didn't mention that. So she said that Paris kind of felt comfortable with going over there because she was around other kids or whatever, and then she did have her phone or whatever, so that she did keep in contact while she was over there. But she was just like, she never knew anything about Jasmine because he never said anything about her. So that's just self-explanatory within himself. Ain't no telling what that boy got going on. I'm pretty sure the same move that he pulled on Alexis Paris, his mother, Medusa Gotti, the same thing he pulled on her is the same thing he's pulling on Jasmine. He's probably going over to somebody else's house, telling them the reason why he have to go to Jasmine's house is so that he can see his son, so that he can have a relationship with her. Have a relationship with his son, because if not, she's not going to let him, and she's going to do this and she's going to do that, manipulating these women's minds out here when it comes to his baby's mamas, because he don't want to tell the real truth as to what it is or what's really going on. So that's what I believe is going on with Jasmine. He's going over to somebody else's house, telling them the same exact story that he was telling Paris's mama. About LaKenya, which is the twins' mother's name or whatever. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what's going on, And then she was saying how he was inconsistent with keeping contact with his daughter, and how she wasn't going to she wasn't going to keep playing these games with him. Like, you've already missed out all this time out on her life. Then when you finally get in contact with her, then you're not even making the effort to pick up the phone to see how she's doing. So she says she made him be consistent with her for a whole month straight, which of course he's going to be consistent with only talking to her for a whole month straight, because he's not talking directly to the child, or it's not really about the child. Probably was, and he probably was saying other things or whatever, or trying to make it seem like he was really caring. So she said when he actually did that, actually called her for a whole solid month, he actually allowed him to have a relationship with their daughter, and he still fumbled the ball as to keeping in contact or whatever. And she was tired of explaining to her as to why he was doing what he was doing. So, it was a lot of that going on or whatever. And, she was just basically explaining, her whole situation with him and what she have gone through, and, all of those things. And the whole tablet situation, like I was saying, it just sounds like to me the homeboy is suspect. He's on the D, you know what? And that's just what it is, allegedly, Because what else would it be off on his tablet if it didn't have anything in regards to men or children or something like that? Then what else was it that she found off in the tablet? Because inquiring minds would definitely like to know, and we already know that he's not going to say anything about it, so we're going to be wasting our time and our breath asking him or asking Jasmine. She's going to definitely make sure that those comments are blocked in her chat when she go live, if she even go live, because she don't want to have to deal with those type of questions or whatever. But yes, inquiring minds would like to know what was on that tablet, and we surely wouldn't want to find out that what she found on that tablet had anything in regards to any type of children, because that man is in a house full of children that are not his. And that's something that definitely needs to be discussed if that's what she found. But like I said, I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt and say that what she found was something totally different, and it had something to do with men other than children. So we're just going to leave it at that. Since we don't know, we're not going to assume and speculate anything and just say that that's what it is, because allegedly is what it is, until she decides to come out and say otherwise as to what she found off in that tablet. Then I'm gonna say that homeboy enjoys the rainbow, and I would like to say hey, it is what it is. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and make sure you hit the notification bells, and make sure it's set to all, so you know the next time that I do upload a video. I would like to say thank you guys for tuning in to the content, dropping the comments down below, and liking the videos. You guys are greatly appreciated for taking time out your day, listen to what I have to say, and I'm out.